What's up, everybody? This is Jimmy with Trading Decoded, and tonight we are going to talk about a specific indicator that has been talked about in our Discord quite a lot this week. It started with one of our members having paid for an indicator called EasyAlgo. He was telling us about how much success he was having with it, and thus I decided to pay the $30 and give it a try myself to see how well it performed. In doing that, after I received the ability to use the indicator, having paid the $30, I noticed that very quickly that it looks a lot like a SuperTrend indicator. So I went on the hunt to find a SuperTrend indicator within TradingView, which is the charting software that I use. I personally trade on Thinkorswim, but I've come to fall in love with TradingView for many reasons. But the short version is I think they have the best charting software out there. In saying that, I found a SuperTrend indicator that I could get to mimic very closely to EasyAlgo. I have tweaked some of the settings, and now I have produced a free indicator that has a very high percentage win rate. And that's what this video is about. Okay, so the question is EasyAlgo worth paying $30 for, or can we use a free indicator that can yield similar or better results? In my opinion, you can use a free indicator that will yield similar or better results. Now, the key here is understanding when it's better to use it versus when not to use it. And we'll get into that in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and open up TradingView. And I'm first going to show you guys what EasyAlgo looks like out of the box so that you can get an idea of what you get for $30. And this is it. This right here is having the default settings on. As you can see, it gives you buy signals, sell signals, some EMA clouds, volatility ranges, and support and resistance lines. For me personally, there's too much going on there. It looks too cluttered, and it would get in the way of my style of trading, which is pretty much using only pivot points, which I have turned off right now, but there's just too much going on there. You can strip this down to be much more basic and look a lot like what I have made the SuperTrend indicator that I am using to replace EasyAlgo with. So I'm going to go ahead and turn EasyAlgo off, and we're going to get into which SuperTrend indicator and what settings I have used to net the results that I'm going to show you guys. This test has taken place over this past trading week, so I'm only using 5 days as a test to get an idea of how well this works and how reliable it can be based over the course of 5 trading days. So first, in TradingView, you want to go to indicators and type in SuperTrend. The one that I have found to be most reliable is SuperTrend by Kivank. I'm not even going to attempt to say his last name because I can't. That being said, when you go ahead and click that, it will add it to your list of indicators over here. Now, I have this toned down to be as simple as possible, so it's very easy to read. And these are the settings that I have found to work best on a day trading chart. Change my active trading range to 13, set the source to open, and I changed the multiplier to 3. I keep this off, show the buy and sell signals I keep on, highlighter on off is unchecked. Go into style. I don't care about the clouds. This does offer clouds just like the EasyAlgo does. But I don't care about those. I want to see buy and sell signals. That's it. I'm leaving this here so you can see these settings. But I'll show you what it looks like when it's turned on. And there you go. Super simple. Now, let me first tell you what I did to get the results of this test, and then I'll show you what the results are. If I did nothing but follow, starting with the very first indicator that pops up for the day, and then that maintaining its role in being the first part of every trade, meaning we started with a sell, so when we hit a buy, I would be closing that trade. We get into a sell, when we hit the next buy, I'd be closing the trade. Again, going short, buying back, short, buying back, short, buying back, and so on. I did that over the course of 5 days, and here is the results of that, which was relatively surprising to me. So if you followed along and did everything that the indicator told you to at the time it told you to, you would have won 6 out of 7 trades, which is 85.7% win rate. That's pretty damn good. However, there are things that you need to know when using indicators, because most indicators in the market or in the trading platforms are lagging indicators. And what I mean is that if you know what you're looking for as a trader, as far as entries and exits, you can actually get more out of your trades than what the indicator would have you doing. You can get in sooner to catch more of the move and get out earlier if you know what you're looking for. All of that being said, this video is not about technicals. This is simply about using solely the indicator for your entries and exits, and how many times doing that would yield you wins versus losses. So on Monday, March 7th, you would have won 6 out of 7 trades, which would have given you an 85.7% win rate. Obviously, the dollar amounts that you're making on each one is going to vary, simply because, from here to here was a massive win. Whereas from this put to the close of it here was much shorter. But nonetheless, it was a winning trade. Let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, had you bought in using your buy as your first entry, if you would have bought here, now it's deceiving. You need to understand that these things are triggering at the candle open. So if you would have bought in right when it said buy, it would have opened here and you would have been closing or getting out of it here. So yes, it's a small difference in price, but nonetheless, you're getting out of it with profit. So on this particular day, you would have gone long and then got out. You would have waited for your next buy-in. You would have gone long, and you would have got out. Now, this one was really close to being a losing trade. So you got to watch out for that. And so on and so forth. Now, that's how that day went. So I'll go through these and then I'm going to give you some caveats. This day was very sideways trading type day. This one fortunately caught the decent moves of the day for the most part, because today, or this particular day, I remember this day vividly, was a theta killing day. It traded sideways for the most part, but the trades that it triggered to do would have actually yielded you some sort of profit on this particular day, which I was pretty surprised with. So this one was a 50-50 day though. So this was the least win rate day of all 5 trading days, but still three wins, 3 losses. So you might have washed on your tradings that day. Thursday, again, this was 100% win rate if you were to take calls when it said to and sell them each time that happened. Okay. Friday. Now, Friday, which is today, was, you could have just bought a put here and let the damn thing run all day and you'd have been a very, very happy person. However, you would have bought, sold, bought a put, sold the put, bought a put, sold the put, and so on, all the way to the close. You'd have made a lot of money today. So the one thing that I will say about trading these indicators so that you can get a better idea, in my opinion, would be to wait for some sort of trend to form before you determine which trade to take. So like this one here particularly was sketchy because it signaled a buy on this big green candle, but very quickly thereafter you could have lost if you didn't sell here. I mean, it's such a close entry and exit that it would have been not worth taking. Whereas if you would have waited for a clear downtrend to start, then my suggestion would be to start by taking your first puts and ignoring the call, which would be going against the trend at this particular time. Okay. Again, it would work out, but the whole goal is to try and trade smarter and less risk. So I will revert back to, if you follow the signals based on this 5-day test using the settings that I showed you in the beginning of the video, theoretically, you should yield winning results, and thus you should be profitable on your trades. It is important to understand that I did this in a very small sample size. I am by no means telling you that you need to follow this and you should follow this for every trade. It may have a day where it costs you a fortune. I don't want that to be the case. You need to use this as a tool and not as your sole purpose for getting into and out of trades. If you're going to use this, I would highly recommend that you use it in conjunction with your understanding of support and resistances, because there are times that this algorithm has triggered buys or sells where I've either would have gotten in earlier or out earlier, hence making me more money or losing me less money. It's important that you use this in conjunction with the rules of trading that you know, the fundamentals of trading. This is not an automatic win machine or a win indicator. And lastly, this goes back to using it as a tool more so than a definitive trade method. But if you understand the market and you understand support and resistance, you can easily outtrade an indicator like this. Whether it's maximizing fewer trades to equate to bigger dollars at the end of the day, or, as I said earlier, getting into and out of trades quicker than the indicator would tell you to, simply because as a person who understands supports and resistances, you can anticipate where you should be getting in and out of trades based on the chart that's to the left of where it's currently trading. So in closing, I would recommend that you guys give it a try. If you're going to use it solely for the buy and sell signals, I would highly recommend that you do it with inexpensive options. or shares, whatever it is that you're trading. In our Discord, we only trade SPY options, so that's what I base this thing on. And, maybe out of the money and single contract at a time, just while you test it with your own money on your own charts on your own time. This way, if it doesn't work out for you, it doesn't kill your account. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, I would ask that you leave me a like, drop me questions or comments in the comment section, and I will leave a link to our Discord in the description box. And if you would like to support the community, I also have the Patreon link down the bottom too. Other than that, we're going to wrap it up. Hope you all have a good night and have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!